Hey folks, how's it going? Last week we did the top 10 most expensive cards coming out of the Time Gazer set. This week it's time to do Space Juggler. This list wasn't nearly as close as it was in Time Gazer, as after 10th place there was a huge drop in price, whereas in Time Gazer there was so many different cards just making it into the top 10. But without further ado, sit down, grab yourself a drink and let's get started. And as always, these prices are the average price that each card is being sold for at the time of recording this video. The prices I say now will probably not be the same in a month's time. Starting us off at number 10 is the Grant Full Art Hyper Rare card. We are starting off at a fairly low price at £17, which is the equivalent of €20, $21 and 30 Australian dollars. Coming in at number 9 is the Hisuian Sneasler V alternate art card. I didn't think we'll see an alt art card this far down in the list, but apparently people don't really seem to care too much about this card. You will find this for £20, which is the equivalent of €24, $25 and 36 Australian dollars. Next up at number 8 is again another alt art card, this time being Beedrill V. This is two of the alt art cards coming in pretty much last place, which is very odd to see. But I guess it just goes to show that these two Pokemon aren't really fan favorites, which kind of makes sense as to why they're at the bottom of the list. You can find this Beedrill card at £24, which is the equivalent of €28, $30 and 42 Australian dollars. In 7th place we have our first Palkia card, this one being the hyper rare version of Origin Form Palkia V-Star. And just like Origin Form Dialga in Time Gazer, we'll be seeing every other version of the Palkia card in this list. But you can find this card for £30, which is the equivalent of €35, $37 and 53 Australian dollars. We have our first and only joint place coming in at number 6. This being the ultra rare version of the Temple of Sinnoh and the full art version of Origin Form Palkia V. Unlike the ultra rare Stadium from Time Gazer, these cards are coming in at £34, which is the equivalent of €40, $43 and 60 Australian dollars. At the halfway mark, we have the Double Turbo Energy Ultra Rare card. This is currently going for £45, which is the equivalent of €52, $56 and 79 Australian dollars. And in 4th place, we have the Alt Art card for Origin Form Palkia V. I really thought this would make it into the top 3, but apparently not. This is a really trippy card to look at, but really cool at the same time. I think in both the Time Gazer and Space Juggler sets, they've done a really good job at these alt art cards. Each one is drawn amazingly well, and I can't wait to see what the artists draw next. You can find this alt art card of Palkia for £64, which is the equivalent of €74, $80 and 112 Australian dollars. Our top 3 cards are to be expected really. In 3rd place we have the Hyper Rare Full Art of Irida, this being £70, €81, $87 and 123 Australian dollars. In 2nd place we have our final Palkia card, this time being the ultra rare version of Origin Form Palkia V-Star, which is £78, which is equivalent of €92, $98 and 139 Australian dollars. And if you haven't guessed it already, the number 1 most expensive card coming out of the Space Juggler set is the full art version of Irida. As expected, people do love their waifu cards, even if they have the personality of a wet lettuce. But people seem to like it, which is why this card is currently going for £88, which is the equivalent of €103, $110 and 156 Australian dollars. And those were the top 10 most expensive cards from Space Juggler. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. It lets me know that you enjoy this sort of content and that you want to see more of it. Let me know in the comments down below which set you preferred more, Time Gazer or Space Juggler. I think I'm more so leaning towards Time Gazer. I think it just has a better card lineup with such amazing artwork compared to Space Juggler. But Space Juggler booster boxes are going for a lot more than Time Gazer booster boxes, mainly just because of this Irida full art card. But let me know your thoughts. If you want to see more of my content, I upload booster box unboxings every Friday, and these sorts of news and information videos just randomly throughout the week when I have them ready. So if you want to see when the next video is uploaded, please feel free to subscribe. It's completely free and you can always unsubscribe later. And with that, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.